Live on Facebook for the closing ceremony. It's lovely to see everyone here on Zoom and on Facebook. We're going to kick off, I believe, but Simone, correct me if I'm wrong, with a clip to start off the celebrations for our final closing ceremony.
We who believe in justice cannot rest,
cannot rest.
We who believe in justice cannot rest until it comes. We who believe in justice cannot rest,
cannot rest.
Oh no.
We who believe in justice
cannot rest until it comes.
Until the killing of black men, black mothers' sons, is as important as the killing of white men, white mothers' sons.
We who believe in justice cannot rest, justice cannot rest.
We who believe in justice cannot rest until it comes.
Me young people come first. They come first. They have the courage where we fail. If I can shed some light as they follow us through the gale, we who believe in justice cannot rest. We who believe in justice cannot rest until it comes. And that which touches me most is that I had a chance to work with people, passing on to others that which was passed on to me. We who believe in justice cannot rest, cannot rest. We who believe in justice cannot rest until it comes. The older I get, the better I know that the secret of my going on is when the reins are in the hands of the young who dare to run against the storm. We who believe in justice cannot rest, cannot rest. We who believe in justice cannot rest until it comes. Struggling myself don't mean a whole lot. I've come to realize that teaching others to stand and fight is the only way our struggle survives. We who believe in justice cannot rest, cannot rest. We who believe in justice cannot rest until it comes. Not needing to clutch for power, not needing the light just to shine on me. I need to be just one in the number as we stand against tyranny. We who believe in justice cannot rest, cannot rest. We who believe in justice cannot rest until it comes. I'm a woman who speaks in her voice, and I must be heard. Sometimes I am quite difficult. I bow to no man's word.
We who believe in justice cannot rest, cannot rest.
We who believe in justice cannot rest until it comes. We who believe in justice cannot rest, cannot rest. We who believe in justice cannot rest until it comes.
Hello. And today we're going to be reading this pledge. This pledge. I am worthy of respect. I am worthy of respect.
I am worthy of respect.
I am worthy of peace.
I'm worthy of peace.
I am worthy of peace.
I am worthy of work.
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 I'm worthy of justice.
I am worthy of justice.
I'm worthy of justice.
I'm worthy of community.
I'm worthy of community.
I'm worthy of community.
I am worthy of joy.
I am worthy of joy. I'm worthy of joy.
I am worthy of joy.
Thank you. You are worthy of respect.
You are worthy of respect.
You are worthy of peace.
You are worthy of work.
You are worthy of justice.
You are worthy of community.
You are worthy of joy.
We are worthy of respect. We are worthy of peace.
You are worthy of work.
We are worthy of justice.
We are worthy of community.
We are worthy of community.
We are worthy of joy.
Gwendolyn, do I take it away now?
You're taking it away.
I take it away now. Wow. There are no words that can convey what this experience has been. Simone came to a couple of us just over a month ago and said, I have an idea. And then Dr. Aize Sabater and Rhonda Lucas Sabater founded the Black Montessori Education Foundation. And we were present at the launch of that. And Simone came back with, and let's make all the proceeds go to the BEMF because this is important. And here we are today because from that, this entire event just blossomed and it seemed to happen on its own, even as some of us were there to guide it a little bit. It was a very Montessori undertaking. And it is my pleasure to welcome you to the closing ceremonies of this truly global, uplifting community event. And with that, I would love to welcome Rhonda Lucas Sabater. If you could please unmute yourself, because we have some questions for you.
I understand.
Now, we've been hearing about you for a month now.
Okay.
Your husband is very proud of you. And what we know about you. Okay, so first, it's my secret dream. Actually, it's not a secret at all, but it is my dream to do what you have done, which is to take every single level of Montessori training and to have that experience of understanding the child from birth all the way through to adulthood.
All right, you can do it.
If you can do it, anybody can do it. Is that
yes?
Case?
Yes, that is true.
So, but we all know too that Montessori training is not an easy endeavor. It's not easy. So what was it that motivated you to get through all of those for the 3 trainings and the orientation?
I guess just when I first encountered Montessori, I just fell in love. It made total sense to me.
How did you first encounter Montessori?
So I would say through my church, actually. So I got into Montessori on the coming from a spiritual perspective and looking at how supporting children and supporting the child so that they also develop their spirit along with the intellect is, kind of how I got into Montessori. And so, yeah, just, loving the children and loving the child and the potential, and, trying to be part of the work of making the world easier for children to be in, to survive in, to thrive in, and helping to educate adults and parents and families so that they can change themselves to be better for the children, really. That's kind of,
So right along those lines, because that leads beautifully into my next question, which is, you speak a lot about Montessori being an education from the heart. And I feel that, and I know that that applies to the children as well as to us. And so how do we go about preparing our own spirits to do this incredible work?
Wow. I mean, I feel like you kind of have to start off with that basic premise, or you kind of have to accept that basic premise of the value of life, right? That, and like the children were saying, that feeling of worthiness, right? And being worthy of life, and that everyone has that right. And so I think coming from there and that understanding of the value of life, then to me, it's a no-brainer that, the next step would be, we're all kind of damaged adults, right? We've all, we've grown up in trauma, different, whatever our situations are. So, because the world is the world, it is what it is, and we are in it. So I see Montessori as helping me personally be able to deal with those challenges, and have more compassion for people, more compassion for adults, because I understand that, during the time that they were forming themselves, right, what was in the environment around them, may not have been the best, right? And so they formed themselves with what they had around them, right? But we also have something in us, that spirit that's in us, that transcends all the hurt and all the wounds and all the, damage and all the stuff that we've gone through. And we just have to hold on to that, that, there's more in us than all the bad things that happen to us.
Yes. Yeah. I often tell people that I believe that Montessori work is healing for us as adults. And I hear that in your words as well. And I love to see that reflected. Is there, I've heard you say that as a mother of African-American boys, there is something that's even deeper for you there as well. Would you like to speak to that?
So I guess for me, one of the motivations why we worked on getting the public charter Montessori started in DC was, I've been reading about the cradle to prison pipeline, and just even looking at, the how things are playing out for Black children in America in terms of education, and the high school dropout rates, which are pretty high in DC actually. And looking at the statistics, it was like 1 in every 4 Black males would have some kind of encounter with the criminal justice system by the time they're 25, right? And I'm like, okay, I have 4 sons and my daughter. And so, gee, I don't want them to be those statistics, right? So, that kind of sort of, so I looked at myself and I thought, okay, how can I become a parent, or that parent? I mean, I know you can't control everything, and there are things that happen that are out of control, and everybody has their own personality and whatever. But what can I do with what I have and what I know to help position them or create a space for them where they are able to experience and develop their potential and their own, you know, follow their own inner teachers and their own inner guides, and create that space where I'm doing the minimum damage, right? So, you know, not letting my prejudices, not letting my negative conditions or whatever get in their way. And so, because I feel like, you know, the adults in the environment contribute to the success of the children, right? And so, you know, in trying to keep them from being a statistic like that, you know, how can I create the best sort of environment that would encourage them and their success rather than lead to their, you know.
I do know. And I do know.
Struggle with, right?
all of us. You know, it's amazing to me that, so I've been, most of my work in this event has been focused on creating these panel discussions, right? And we started off with one idea and then we switched ideas and we ended up focusing on the child, the adult, and the environment, and then the community. And as the people on the panels were talking to each other, it was the same things that kept on coming up. And they are the same things that you have been talking about just now. And I think it just says so much about where we are as a global community and what we need to talk about right now. And what really struck me is how absolutely inextricable each of those pieces is: the adult, the environment, the child, and the community. We can't uplift one without the other.
Right.
So after this beautiful day of celebration and global connection, what is one thing that you would like Montessori educators to really take away and really think about and dig into really deep?
So I've been thinking about that. When I was doing the elementary training, I did it with Kay Baker. And we were almost done. And one day she came into the room and she said, if you were stranded on a desert island somewhere, what 3 materials would you want to have? And so it's like 23 of us, and we were all there, you know, trying to think of, what should, you know, no, I'm discussing the merits of different pieces of material. And, you know, so she comes back the next day and we're having our discussion, you know, and she was like, really? You don't need any materials, right? You just need, it's so to me, the adult, the prepared adult, and really unpacking what that means in terms of the community of Montessorians, but also for you individually, as you know, what does being the prepared adult mean? You know, is it something that you just do in the classroom and you know, you turn off the light, you close the door, and then you're no longer the prepared adult? Or, you know, is it something that you live with, right? So for me, Montessori is a way of living. It transcends school, right? And so I think, you know, getting into that habit of living Montessori wherever you are. And then now, you know, I was also thinking about now in terms of having to do schools online for a lot of Montessori people. You know, it's definitely a shift. And particularly for the younger ones, I mean, you know, I don't know how that's going to work, right? Particularly for the babies and the primary age ones. And so I look at maybe the need now for finding ways to get the information in the hands of the parents, right? So parents need to be more. How do we help parents become the prepared adult, right? So all along it's been the teacher's the prepared adult, the parent sends the child to the teacher, we take care of things in our prepared environment, and then they go home, right? And that's been working to an extent. But now that we don't have that prepared environment for the children to come into, you know, how do we get the parents prepared so that they are able to continue to be the teachers of their children in a way that we know will support the optimum development of the child. So I think that's our challenge, you know, just kind of moving forward.
Absolutely. Which is the perfect segue to my last question for you, which is, because we have so many parents watching this, what's the one thing you want all parents to know about how to be a parent who empowers their children?
Love yourself, love your child, love your children, and try to have everything that you do, everything that you say, everything that you think come from love. And if we can do that, then yes, we're going to make mistakes because we're not perfect. But I think overall, the children are going to feel that love. And that's what they need. Children are worthy of parents that love them and teachers that love them. And hopefully we can get back to a world where we can be with the children again in the prepared environment and love them.
Of all things, love is the most potent. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you. It has been a real pleasure conversing with you, and I hope we can do this more. And I'm going to pass it off to Dr. Aize, who's got some fantastic announcements for us.
Peace, and blessings to everyone. I'm so busy over here trying to record because I'm about to tweet this out. So hashtag Montessori 150. I've been tweeting the whole day. All right. So before I get too carried away, I'm going to try and get some composure here because it's been such a fantastic day. I was telling somebody that, you know, I've been captivated since like 4 a.m. this morning. And I had to like pull myself away to get something to eat. I had to pull myself away to do other things. This has really been phenomenal. So since 4 a.m. this morning, I've been getting phone calls. I've been getting emails. I've been getting tweets. I've been getting text messages about just how awesome this is. One of my MSJ members, Dr. Lindsay, said, wow, this is incredible. We have Montessorians around the globe right now, all engaged. Oh man, this has really been phenomenal. All right. So you all done, that's me going off on a tangent. Y'all gotta, you gotta reel a brother back sometimes. All right, so I want to make a special announcement. So first I have to announce that since I've been checking out the various pavilions and things that have been, going on, and in fact, I saw somebody put in the chat that Kay Baker might have gotten that desert island one, because I saw that they wanted pavilions from somebody else. So y'all have to, do a debate later on, did Kay Baker come up with it or something else? Y'all could debate that in the chat. But checking out the different pavilions, and I've seen on, if you go onto YouTube, we have over 4,000 views that have happened already on YouTube. So again, I don't, that was when I checked it. It's probably past 5,000 now. So that was views. I saw in, Simone said we had over 6,000 persons to register for this session that's happening globally. And if I could, I'm gonna ask, can I get a drum roll, please? Oh, where you at? You could drum, you could do your finger, your hands like this. Drum roll, please. Oh, there you go. I got the shaker right here. All right. So funds that have been raised for the BMEF just today have been over $15,000. And now I just need to let you know that before we even started the day, we had already hit about $5,000. So that means in total we've raised over $20,000. Come on, give yourselves a hand. Come on, unmute yourself, make some noise. So again, this has really been phenomenal, a tremendous global celebration. And again, what I want to say on behalf of the BMEF, the Black Montessori Education Fund, when the advisory board members, who again are awesome, you know, I've been watching, you know, I've seen, you know, Mama Corinne and, you know, Mama Ati, Mama Nia, I mean, phenomenal Mama Nia, Baba Alex, the initial advisory board. And when we got together with a consultant colleague of mine who years ago, we actually helped to start a small foundation here in DC. And when we were setting up, it's called the DC Fund for folk who are in DC, or Diverse City Fund. And when we set up the DC Fund, it took us about 6 to 9 months to get our systems in place before we started giving money out. To date, we've given out more than $1 million to almost 100 and some different organizations. However, when we had the consultant come in who worked with us for a diversity fund, she said, yeah, it'll take you all maybe 6 months. You know, DC Fund will give you a whole bunch of stuff so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel, but it's still probably gonna take you all about 6 months to get your systems in place to start giving out money. However, I'm happy to say right here, right now, that I was able to twist some arms. I was able to, you know, maybe try and drag and scream and pull folks screaming that we are gonna give a mini rapid response round of grants out for September. So if you log on to the BMEF website tomorrow, you will see the application that we're gonna have it open for 2 weeks. And we're going to give out some of this money that we've raised right here. And if I can, I'm going to try and even see if I can convince the advisory board members so that we can up the ante on how much we want to give out this first round. Because even before we did this celebration today, I already have people that are requesting help. And so there is no lack of need. There is no lack of need. And so again, many folk have been saying, in fact, you know, where have you all been at? And I've already gotten requests like, are you going to do stuff in Canada? Are you going to do stuff in Africa? So again, there is no lack of need. And so again, this has been tremendous in us coming together as a global community to celebrate Dr. Maria Montessori's 150th, the sesquicentennial celebration for Dr. Montessori. And together, yes, there you go. I see you, Jackie. I see you, Jackie. And that's right. Together, we can help a better and brighter day to be developed, coming together to shine a beautiful light so that the child truly can be unleashed to create the world that we know we need to have at this appointed time. So I don't know who I'm supposed to hand the mic over to. I'm lost in the sauce, caught in my emotions. So whoever's supposed to take over after me, you're up next.
I got you. That is amazing news. I don't think any of us could be more thrilled. And I'm going to hand it off to Sue to introduce the next little portion.
Okay, I've learned in 4 weeks, talking after Dr. Aize is not an easy task. This experience of 4 weeks was something I didn't know that I was missing in my life until I had it. And we have just traveled across the globe and across generations to be united in work for the child. I'm so happy. We got a little carried away on the committee and we resurrected some Sanford Jones songs from the 1970s and we were practicing those. And those of you that got to see Sanford, we got one clip of him during the day. And we decided that a small group of us are going to sing one song. Andy and I thought that the song that we really wanted was At the Beginning. I'm sorry, because it's a beginning every day, and this is a beginning. So this is just an amazing experience. So if we are ready we ready, Andy?
I'm ready. Are all our singers ready?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Introduce our singers.
All right, where I think, Laura, you are on first. And if this isn't perfect, forgive us.
Yes, here we go. At the beginning is a good place to be. What will each day bring to you and me?
New life, new friends.
New things to do. At the beginning
is a good place to be.
At the beginning is a good place to be.
What will each day bring for you and me?
New life, new friends, new things to do. At the beginning
is a good place to be.
Thank you, Sanford Jones.
So I think we're now handing over to Barbara, is that right?
Yes, I have a feeling it's my turn now. When we were asked to contribute towards this event, it was like a new beginning for me because I have just retired very much like Sue. And the opportunity to walk alongside with all of you, each one of us making our own journey, yet coming together and feeling the strength of our shared legacy, but our energy together is just incredible. And to be part of this group and be able to offer something to the next generation is an enormous privilege for all of us for the future. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for starting something like this. But I hope that this is really just a beginning, just as the song said. We all need to encourage people to donate more because there are thousands of Black and brown educators waiting to help the children of the future. And thank you, Dr. Aiza, and thank you, Rhonda, for all your words and your energy to begin this very momentous trust to help people in the future. So please, please share and encourage. But we also hope that all the challenge pavilions and all the discussions and all the sharing will continue, that you will use the resources that are in public domain to continue to promote Montessori education worldwide, to ignite conversations. Because as I said in the beginning, we are on a journey and each one of us is making a slightly different journey. Every Montessori person needs to grow personally, and every Montessori person needs to challenge their beliefs, because we want a better world, but we all come with a lot of baggage, and we need to face that baggage in order to be able to really give of ourselves to the children of the future. So please, please use the resources, share, and let's come together again in the future to share what we have learned from this incredible event today. I also want to wish everything best for the people who will continue the celebration, because today is only Sunday and the birthday is really tomorrow. So we wish well to people in Indonesia who are celebrating with Tim Selden. We wish well to the people with Chia Vale who will be celebrating in Montessori's birthplace. But I'm sure that there are lots of little schools where teachers and their parents and the children are celebrating. So good luck to you. Have lots of fun and lots of joy, and show your love for each other and for the children and their families. And this event wouldn't have happened without the goodwill of everybody. Everybody has given of themselves, and it has been amazing, the spirit of this global collective, where people offered help without being asked. And I think that is the best help that ever comes, when you sense that somebody needs something from you and you are able to put it on the plate. Giving is as rich as receiving, and we need to continue to give of ourselves to make the world a better place. So thank you, volunteers, all the people who were roped in at the last minute and had to work through the night in order to make today possible. So please, let's give a clap to everybody. And I would like to introduce Diane Williams to talk on behalf of Montessori for Social Justice, because after all, that was the message of Dr. Montessori. She does see the child as the advocate of peace. She requires our solidarity to create the social justice, but we have a legacy to live up to. So over to you, Diane.
Thank you, Barbara. And so, hi everyone, my name is Deanne Williams, and I am the Marketing and External Communications Officer for Montessori for Social Justice. And on behalf of MSJ, we want to wish Dr. Montessori a happy 150th birthday. As we close out this day, we need to remember that Dr. Montessori challenged the status quo. She saw that children were capable of so much if adults allowed them the space to grow and flourish. Dr. Montessori said in Education and Peace, an education capable of saving humanity is no small undertaking. It involves the spiritual development of man, the enhancement of his value as an individual, and the preparation of young people to understand the times in which they live. So as we enter into this new school year, let's take that legacy with us. How are we challenging the status quo in our classrooms? How are we preparing the child for the world they live in today? The 21st century. As we've seen today, we can connect with Montessorians globally. We have parents, we have educators, we have admin, we have staff, we have entrepreneurs, we have consultants, all here today coming together to celebrate Montessori. So how are we promoting this connection in communities in our schools, in our classrooms, and in our homes? Because we're still in the midst of a pandemic. How are we reflecting the world's diversity? What identities, communities, stories, cultures are present? And what identities, communities, stories, and cultures are being ignored? How can we do better? How can we be more like Dr. Montessori and provide the environment that reflects our global, diverse world? So thank you all for being here today to celebrate Dr. Montessori's 150th birthday. We have some pre-recorded birthday celebrations from a couple of other organizations that we're going to segue into.
My name's Tim Selden. I'm the president of the Montessori Foundation. And Dr. Montessori, on this, the 150th anniversary of your birth, all of us at the Montessori Foundation join our colleagues and our friends to celebrate your life and express our profound gratitude. You contributed so much to children's lives and to all of us who discovered your work as adults. Thank you. Thank you for patiently observing and listening to the children who taught you how to create learning environments where they could blossom. You inspired the development of a new cross-disciplinary field of science that looks at children and their development from many perspectives, and it's led to the creation of schools that are not only effective for a much wider range of children, They're replicable, they're adaptable, they're sustainable. The schools inspired by your work have been established all over the world for now more than 113 years. You taught us that children are capable of amazing things, no matter how young, regardless of their gender, race, or ethnic background. Even more importantly, you taught us that the children of poverty can, with the right stimulation and the right support, develop their full potential as human beings. Thank you. You demonstrated that although human beings are capable of growing up either with goodness or evil, we can nurture kindness. We can nurture empathy, just as we can encourage the development of children's innate intelligence, curiosity, creativity, and sense of wonder. You taught us that we have to see every child as a universe of one, a unique human being born already as the full and complete person today, not just someday when they grow up. You taught us that it's so important to not only give children independence and choice, but to help them to realize their own capabilities and value, to bring their unique voice into this world. And you taught us that the Montessori method is much more than a way of teaching. It's not limited to the classroom. It's a way of life. It's just as important at home, in the workplace, and in civil life. You helped us to see that we can save the world and we can save the planet. We do so by teaching peace and teaching children how to resolve conflicts without violence, to hear one another and cherish one another, and live in a spirit of collaboration and partnership rather than short-sightedness and greed. The gift that you gave us all is a gift of hope for the future of humanity. And you showed us, you inspired us to recognize that the only way to change the future for all human beings is really through children. The world's children are the fulcrum and the lever with which we, together, can change and build a better world. And so, Maria Montessori, we congratulate you on this anniversary of your birth, but we thank you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for your contribution to the world and your contribution to each of us as individuals.
Hi, my name is Claudia Langua and I'm from Cobourg, Ontario, Canada, a small town near Toronto. I am a school owner, an administrator, and an elementary guide. I am also currently president of Canadian Association of Montessori Teachers, and I'm representing this organization as well. First of all, I'm very excited that we are all here today for Maria Montessori's 150th birthday. I'd like to thank everyone who organized the event and for making this historical moment happen. You are all part of this. This is so wonderful. Each one of us has come together to celebrate Montessori's 150th birthday. We have come together to learn from one another, to collaborate and discuss as we make change for the betterment in humanity. We are here to support the Black Montessori Education Fund, and we are here to make a change. Although we are online, we are all in this together. Each one of us has the essence of Montessori, which we share amongst the communities of adults or children. And each action we do impacts those around us, and we make a shift. We have compassion, we have passion, understanding, and we have the Montessori way. We can make a change. Thank you for the Montessori work you are all doing. Way to go, international team. Let's keep going strong with this change. Let's continue to make the world a better place for humanity, a better place for environment, a better place for everyone and for the children of the future. Maria Montessori would love this birthday present. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Embracing the 21st century Montessori for a better world for all. Like a light, you shine so bright into our lives. We love you forever and ever till the end. We celebrate you, Maria Montessori. We celebrate you, Maria Montessori. We celebrate your life was a shining path into our lives. Your passion for education has brought more light to the world, to all the children around the world. We love you, yes we do. You said if upon salvation and to come, they can only come from the children, for the children are the makers of men. These are your words. We celebrate you, Maria Montessori. We celebrate you, Maria Montessori. We celebrate you.
An extraordinary woman. Embracing the 21st century, Montessori for a better world for all.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like a light, you shine so bright into our lives. We love you forever and ever till the end. We celebrate you, Maria Montessori. We celebrate you, Maria Montessori. We celebrate your life was a shining path into our lives. Your passion for education has brought more light to the world.
Embracing the 21st century, Montessori for a better world for all.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like a light, you shine so bright into our lives. We love you forever and ever till the end. We celebrate you, Maria Montessori. We celebrate you.
That's amazing. That's a first.
All your Zoom calls open like that, right? I just thought it could be the theme song maybe for the whole day. We haven't got a video, unfortunately, to go with it yet. But that's just
fantastic.
So. Stuff. So let's get to the fun stuff. We want to hear about, well, maybe Andy, do you want to tell us how the Challenge Pavilion went today? Because that's super fun to report.
Yes, I do. Yes, I really, really do. It was amazing. Like, it was so good. Those were some of my favorite memories of my Montessori childhood are Sanford Jones.
Yes,
music.
Yes.
Yeah.
School, my place to work and play.
My friends and I.
Oh, I think Andy and I are going to do it together.
Wow, imagine if you did it live, you could have Montessorians from around the world who are familiar joining in and singing.
What a great idea. I think we should figure out where to do it. Maybe in the closing. I'm not sure how practical it is to go with, I don't know how to pronounce it, Chiaraville in Italy, where Dr. Montessori is from, as our hours rather than London time, because
the UK are kind of, but no one knows Italian time zone. I know Italian time zone because it's the same as Amsterdam. It's +1, but what do you think?
So if it is that we're doing this piece based on Dr. Montessori's life, then why don't we use where she's coming out of as our point of center? So
again, I can't say the Italian name, but that.
Chiaravalle.
Chiaravalle. Chiaravalle. I like it.
I was trying to pronounce the name of Dr. Montessori as well.
Chiaravalle. +2. GMT +2. Then that should be it, right? Rather than
high level transparency. I love it. And it centers Chiaravalle. I love it.
What does it center? Which city?
Chiaravalle.
Chiaravalle.
What city was that?
Chiaravalle.
You have to do it with your hands. Yes, Chiaravalle.
How do you close today? Do you want to sing?
We're closing already? I have a couple of more questions.
Oh, you do? Okay, sorry. Keep
going. Andy, Simone's ready to sing.
Hey, Simone.
Ready? Go. Are we still on? I'm still here.
We're still on.
Yeah, we are all still on.
I don't have anything else particular, but I like hanging out with you, so.
Now what should we talk about?
How cool is that? Now what should we talk about? It's just the beginning, everyone. We were going to end with a dance party, and we haven't got to see the children doing the dancing because that hadn't come through. So shall we do one last dance with Prudence's kids dancing along to that song, because it has become like the theme song of today. Prudence, thank you so much from our heart. It was written by, I'm going to quickly pull it up. Just specially for the event, that song was written by Design Ovo in Delta State, Nigeria, and from Prudence's school. It's amazing. I wanted to quickly say a big thank you to the Montessori Everywhere team, Simi, Andy, Dr. Easy, Deanne, Tammy, Barbara, Wendelin. I'm going to start tearing up. Mirka, Sue, and then Riggins, Hital, Margaret, Jessica, Zill, and Luke. Thank you so much for editing this together. It's been amazing. There's so many more people to thank, but that crew, we have laughed and danced through this. So let's roll it out. Okay, I need to share my screen.
Hold on. Before we roll it out, we would be remiss if I did not thank you, Simone, for your tremendous vision. So again, we launched the Black Montessori Education Fund. Simone early on was an early investor. I sent a thank you to Simone, and she said, that's not even the start of it. That's not even the half of it. I'm thinking of doing, and this was in early July. I'm thinking of doing this Montessori Celebration 150. What if we make it as a donation, a benefit for BMEF? So that was in early July. The first call was maybe at the end of July. And so we really only had a few weeks to put this piece together. And so, as Simi tells it, Simone called her early July to say, oh, I woke up with this idea, and we'll just meet about this at the end of July, and we're going to celebrate. So, again, I would be remiss if I didn't say thank you so much, Simone. This has been tremendous. You talk of a visionary who is able to pull people together to breathe the breath of life into a phenomenal vision. Woo!
Thank you. But thank you to this global community and everyone sitting in this room, because you're such a big part of us and supporting us. So thank you to all of the organizations in this room and people and the panelists. We didn't thank the panelists. Oh my goodness, the panelists. I mean, you were on our roll call, but those panels, they challenged us. They were rich and accessible, and they are going to begin conversations. So they're basically in all the Zoom rooms I was in today, they said, we want more. So we're coming back. We're doing something, but we just don't know what. We're going to sleep first for a month, okay? So we'll see you on the other side. Now to start that clip. Otherwise,
don't forget, again, this is still just the 30th. And so I know AMI Global has some actual celebratory activities that are happening in Caravale. So definitely jump on to AMI Global for some of the events going on during Dr. Montessori's actual birthday.
Absolutely. Okay, take it away.
Embrace in the 21st century Montessori for a better world for all.
Like a light, you shine so bright into our lives. We love you forever and ever till the end. We celebrate you, Maria Montessori. We celebrate you, Maria Montessori. We celebrate you. Light was a shining path into our lives. Your passion for education has brought more light to the world, to all the children around the world.
Around the world.
We love you. Yes, we do. You say, if a salvation had to come, it can only come from the children, for the children are the makers of men. These are your words. We celebrate you, Maria Montessori. We celebrate you, Maria Montessori. We celebrate you.
Extraordinary woman. Embrace in the 21st century Montessori for a better world for all.
Like a light, you shine so bright into our lives. We love you forever and ever till the end. We celebrate you, Maria Montessori. We celebrate you, Maria Montessori. Light was a shining path into our lives. Your passion for education has brought more light to the world, to all the children around the world. We love you.
Happy birthday, Dr. Montessori.
Happy sesquicentennial birthday, Dr. Maria Montessori.
Indeed. I think we have to close it out there. We're exactly 1 minute over. What do you think, everyone? We all are going to let you go home to sleep. Congratulations, everyone. In Dutch, they say gefeliciteerd.
Simone, is it all right? Because I see Lynn on, and I don't know if she wants to give a little preview of what's going to come on Dr. Montessori's actual birthday. So I don't know, Lynn, do you want to say anything on behalf of AMI Global?
You know, there are several things going to be released during the day, and there's also a day of celebrations in Chiara which we'll give you some links to, which I think are fun. But this has been such a fun day, a whole day. And I think that from the perspective of the global involvement, the children, the shared ideas, the idea that we can all learn so much more, we need to listen to each other more, I think this just is just the most incredible experience for so long. So I'm going to say that this day has been an amazing day on so many fronts. As I could not tear myself away. I started first thing in the morning, and I've had meals brought to me and various things like that because it was such fun. So this today is just an incredible incredible moment that is good for everyone globally. And I hope we continue it all together, collaborating together, because that's how it should be. And so tomorrow, by all means, come and see as much as is going on at AMI and also in Chiara Valley. And also there are celebrations in India and all sorts of other places too. So I think if you Google, you'll be able to join in specifically all around the world, and that will be just lovely. But thank you for such an amazing day to everyone. I just don't know what to say. It's been fabulous. And so I really hope that, that a lot of money is raised for the Black Montessori Education Fund, but that the learning that we have all had today continues and is repeated. So let's do this again someday. To all of you who organized it and thought of it and did it, really, please do it again. It was great. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here and allowing us to participate. It was just tremendous.
Great. Simone, we have an idea on the chat that we should all unmute and say happy birthday in whatever language we speak.
And I was thinking maybe one by one, not all of us together, but maybe one by one. So I'll start with, I'll say it in Czech. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Hodně štěstí k narozeninám.
A Čojňu, hodně štěstí narozeninám.
Dr. Maria Montessori, Ekua Joy Bio.
יום הולדת שמח, מריה מונטסורי.
Makorokoto Maria Montessori.
Bonne fête, Maria Montessori.
Bon anniversaire, Dr. Maria Montessori.
Zum Geburtstag.
Cumpleaños Maria Montessori.
Bene больше, Maria Montessori.
Днем рождения, Мария Монтессори.
Buon compleanno, Dr. Maria Montessori.
Janmadina Ashamsabo.
Chúc mừng sinh nhật tiến sĩ Montessori.
Gefeliciteerd, Maria Montessori.
生日快樂 Maria Montessori.
Salgira Mubarak, Dr. Montessori.
Wanini Konayakwan, Punashkikiwainan, Montessori.
Zum Geburtstag, Dr. Montessori.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Maria Montessori.
Janmadinani Subecha, Dr. Maria Montessori.
Happy birthday, Maria.
Jung Shinely Kwaila, Dr. Maria Montessori.
Aine Kelegi Neshi Amorgi, Dr. Maria Montessori.
Alles Gute zum Geburtstag, Maria Montessori.
Happy birthday to ya, Maria.
Janmadin ki shubhkamnaएं, Dr. Maria Montessori.
I don't know, my Swahili is off, but I guess it would be Faraha Kuziliwa. I think that's how you say it in Swahili. Dr. Maria Montessori.
Felicidades, María, en tu día, que la pases con sana alegría, muchos años de paz y armonía, felicidad, felicidad, felicidad.
Sí. Oh, nice.
Tashidele Montessori.
Perhaps we could close with one more round of what's the name of the town she came from?
Chiara Valley.
Buono.
Now it's time to cut. Gwendolyn, stop.
And Gwendolyn has to close, otherwise we will still be here tomorrow.
I've stopped transmitting live to Facebook now, so it's just us. It's just us friends. Woo.
Congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
Yes, thank you all so much. Asante Sana. Woo! Madase, Madase.
Congratulations to all the good work.
Thank you. Thank you.
We celebrate you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Embracing the 21st century Montessori for a better world for all. Oh, yeah. Like a light, you shine so bright into our lives. We love you forever and ever till the end. We celebrate you, Maria Montessori. We celebrate you, Maria Montessori. We celebrate you. Your life was a shining path into our lives. Your passion for education has brought more light to the world.